What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and today what I have for you guys is another very interesting video. So you're actually able to unlock the DLC weapons that aren't going to be releasing until mid-season right now. So there's a very interesting glitch in-game which I'm sure isn't going to get fixed, which we'll be talking about in a couple of minutes. And we have some other updates about Black Ops Cold War as well. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, and also be sure to use code DYNAMITE if you want to save 10% on any Control Freak orders. Their link is, of course, down below in the description. But late last night, Treyarch went ahead and dropped a surprise update into Black Ops Cold War in which daily challenges actually went live for both multiplayer and zombies. Now, these daily challenges are fairly simple, and the rewards as of right now are just XP. I'm sure in the future better rewards will be available for completing some of these challenges, but you guys remember back in Black Ops 4, contracts took quite a while to actually release in the game, and the rewards weren't great, and they never actually fluctuated the rewards or made them better by any means. But I'm sure that'll actually be happening within Black Ops Cold War very soon. And also, as of today, we have another update into the game which brings Raid 24/7 and the Face-Off playlist, which is 3v3 TDM, Domination, Kill Confirmed on the Gunfight map. So that's pretty damn interesting, right? Being able to play other modes on the Gunfight maps besides actual Gunfight in a 3v3 fashion. So I'll definitely be trying that out at some point later tonight. And if you want to see a video on that, I will definitely make one ASAP. And along with that too, double Battle Pass XP is also live until December 28th. Correct me if I'm wrong, we never actually saw that within Modern Warfare. Maybe we did and I just wasn't paying attention, but first time I'm hearing about that here for Black Ops Cold War, which is really damn fun. Nuketown Holiday 24/7 and Prop Hunt will also continue to stay there as featured playlists as well. So if you guys are fans of those modes, don't want them to go away, they aren't going anywhere as of right now. But I want to give a huge shout out to a couple of people here. First off, we have Newbie Gaming, Prestigious Key, and It's Perka for really giving me some insight on how this exactly works. So if you guys remember, before Season 1 actually dropped, some people were actually able to see the DLC weapons at the multiplayer menu of Black Ops Cold War, but they happen to be the DLC weapons that we aren't actually going to be seeing released until mid-season. And I'm not sure why that was the case, but the weapons actually popped up for some people out there, but then a hotfix later fixed that. But because those weapons popped up for some people's menu, they were able to see what the challenges were to unlock these DLC weapons for free, just like in Modern Warfare, where every time new weapons got added in, you had a choice. You could do a challenge and unlock the weapon for absolutely free, no COD points needed, or you could buy a bundle that would have been added in at the same time, which would have contained a skin or variant of that same DLC weapon. However, it was always smart to just do the challenge for the weapon, since if you didn't do the challenge, you then weren't able to customize that DLC weapon with your own attachments. So back when this glitch happened and people were able to see the DLC weapons early in Black Ops Cold War, people saw the challenges and they tried completing them, but they soon noticed that progress wasn't tracking and the challenges just didn't work, and soon after that, Treyarch hotfixed the weapons out of the game. But it was discovered yesterday that if you complete those specific challenges in Warzone, you can still unlock the DLC weapons for use in both Warzone and Black Ops Cold War. So I'm not sure who first discovered this, but I'm going to give credit to Newbie Gaming for really pointing this out to a lot of people in the community via his Twitter. His link is, of course, down below in the description. And also a huge shout out to both Prestigious Key and It's Perka for sending me beautiful and crispy gameplay of these DLC weapons in action. They, of course, unlock them. So here's what's going on, right? The challenges for these DLC weapons were intended for Black Ops Cold War multiplayer, and I'm assuming when the mid-season update happens, there'll be separate challenges added in if you want to unlock the weapons in Warzone instead. But as of right now, these multiplayer intended challenges work in Warzone, whether it's for Dansk, whether it's Rebirth, it is what it is, right? So to unlock the Streetsweeper shotgun, what you have to do is get 3 kills with a Black Ops Cold War shotgun without dying in 15 different matches. So just like Modern Warfare's challenges, where you have to do something, whether it's a couple of kills or a small streak, and then rinse and repeat that X amount of times in different matches. What I wish was the case though is that it said get 3 kills without dying 15 different times. That would be better, but you have to do it in 15 different matches. And to answer your question, yes, you can get the kills, back out, and get into a new game. You don't have to finish the matches whatsoever, just to make that very clear. But don't forget, get 3 kills with a shotgun, a Black Ops Cold War shotgun that is. So unless you could find the Black Ops Cold War shotgun off ground loot in Battle Royale, it's probably best to, of course, put a Black Ops Cold War shotgun on one of your loadouts and then buy a loadout drop, you know, whether it's in Verdansk, whether it's Rebirth Island, whatever that may be. be. It's not too difficult. Shotguns are fairly useful in Warzone regardless of the mode, and they're pretty powerful. So you have a couple of choices from Black Ops Cold War shotguns. Should not be too difficult, but once you do that, the Streetsweeper shotgun will be unlocked. You get the pop-up in-game. And again, shout out to everybody out there who has made this very clear over on Twitter and over on Reddit that yes, this still works. Why Treyarch hasn't fixed this is unknown. Maybe they don't know about it. Maybe they don't want to waste time going ahead and fixing this, because the hotfix went live last night with the brand new update for Black Ops Cold War with contracts, and they didn't fix this despite big YouTubers already covering this. So not sure why that was the case, but we then have the Wakizashi sword, and this one is a bit tricky. So using the Black Ops Cold War combat knife, you have to go ahead and execute 2 enemies in a match 10 different times. So in 10 different matches, you have to get 2 executions in that match. 20 executions total, but don't forget, like I said, you have to do that in 10 different matches. So you have to have the Black Ops Cold War combat knife equipped, which means you again have to have your loadout, since I don't think you can find a Black Ops Cold War knife off ground loot in Warzone whatsoever. And yeah, it's a bit of a frustrating one because executions aren't easy, especially getting 2 in a single match in 10 different matches. So I think the best way to do this is, of course, to just pray for, you know, solos running around or maybe stun some enemies. You could down the enemies with a regular weapon and then go behind them with your knife and do the execution. That works. I think what's frustrating about this is that you just can't track your progress. So definitely write this down on your notepad, on a piece of paper, whatever you can, just to ensure that you know what's going on with your progress and you know how many you have left. But yeah, executions are not easy whatsoever. But once you do this, you'll unlock the Wakizashi sword. And the thing with this, right, is the weapons aren't intended to be in Black Ops Cold War right now. So when you start using these melee weapons early, the hit detection and the hitbox for these melee weapons isn't the greatest, and you're going to see that in the gameplay later on. But I'm sure once the mid-season update drops, these weapons will be a lot more polished. But also, to answer your question, if you guys are wondering this, and I'm sure I'll get at least one comment about it, yes, you could actually start camo progress right now if you unlock these weapons early, which is absolutely insane. But we then have the Sledgehammer, a classic melee weapon that was, of course, within Blackout in Black Ops 4, and it was also, you know, usable in multiplayer too. And to unlock the Sledgehammer, here's what you have to do. This one's extremely tricky. You have to get a double kill using the Black Ops Cold War combat knife 15 different times. Yes, in 15 different matches, you have to get a double kill using the Black Ops Cold War combat knife. How this is doable, I don't even want to know. People that have unlocked this thus far either reverse boost or just got into extremely lucky lobbies, or they were just that good of a player. But this one definitely isn't easy, but I would say Rebirth Island is probably your best bet just because you have a lot of close quarters action. But if you go on Rebirth, you have to get a loadout drop, whereas Plunder and Verdansk, you could spawn right in with the combat knife, the Black Ops Cold War one that is. Double kills aren't easy, so I would say flashbangs and using the right perks is probably the way you want to go about this. You know, having Dead Silence on, and you know, a double kill, it could be done very quickly with the combat knife. You know, you run up, slice and dice, hopefully they don't have much armor, and then you can go in and down them right then and there. But yeah, you can't use any other melee weapon or knife but the Black Ops Cold War one to complete this challenge. So I would have to say the Sledgehammer is probably the hardest one out of the 3. But yeah, if you do this right now, you can also use these weapons within Black Ops Cold War Zombies, which is pretty awesome. So you can have a new starting weapon if you want to. If you don't want to use a pistol or the regular knife, you could just use these melee weapons in the Machina as of right now. But not sure when the mid-season update is going to drop for Black Ops Cold War, but I'm excited for it, right? Not just for the weapons to officially be unlocked, but then of course the new Fire Team map is going to be very exciting, and some other updates around the game as well. We also have Cranked coming to Black Ops Cold War Zombies, which should be a ton of fun. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave all your thoughts down below in the comment section. What do you guys think about unlocking the DLC weapons early here in Black Ops Cold War? Hopefully I don't get in trouble for posting this, but other people out there have mentioned this quite a bit already who have, you know, far bigger channels than I do, so should be okay here. But I'm wondering if every new season a glitch like this will exist where the challenges aren't doable in Black Ops Cold War multiplayer as intended, but you can still do them in Warzone. That would be pretty damn interesting. But I really hope you enjoyed, and peace out, everyone.